So I had a skin sparing bilateral mastectomy with LAP, which stands for Lumbar Artery Perforator free flap. It's really hard to find stuff on the internet about that, so I thought I would disclose some personal stuff. So if you're squeamish, don't look. And if you don't want to see my unclothedness, don't look. Because that's what it's going to be. So it didn't go well as it could have, but it could have been worse. Well, that's not a very good picture, but there. So one thing that would be good to know is that you should do a vein study, because I was on chemo and my veins were not sufficient on this side. So this is not the flap. This is an expander. When I first woke up from surgery, this one didn't survive the surgery, and it was just like it looked like a sunken in onion on the ground, all kind of, and I looked and I was like, it was a little scary. So I was in the hospital for a week, and then they put the expander in. So, and this is the flap. It's still swollen, so right here or along here I have bandages, and then I have bandages up here because I was rather large. So they reduced the size. So that's what that looks like. See, it's skin sparing, so none of this is scarred. That's nice. So if I wanted to wear something like this, but this is definitely swollen still, and it's just too big. I don't care for it. I like this size better, because why not be small and delicate? That's a novel concept, isn't it? So and then I have they cut me here because to get veins. It wasn't a tummy tuck. It's just to get veins. So and then this is where they got the flap from. They took both sides. They sewed it on. It just didn't survive because the veins weren't good. But that's what that looks like. It's I'm hoping it's still swollen because it's kind of caved in here. But if the surrounding wasn't as swollen, it wouldn't look so bad. But they basically, I'm cut across here, and then they took the flap here. I think it did make my stomach look a little thinner. And, you know, it's a shame to lose booty. But what can you do? At least I have the bottom part. I don't know, feels a little weird. They don't really necessarily, I don't miss my breast, but these don't feel like mine either. But maybe when they heal, and I've had them for a while, and they have like nipple piercings, not nip piercings, nipple tattoos. Yeah, so I'll let you know how it went. Okay. So I'll pause you, and then I'll put a shirt on. So how it went is I went to the hospital, and I had the surgery. It was 14 hours. It took a lot longer than they had thought. And then he ended up losing this one. And poor guy, the surgeon all of them must have been so exhausted. So I had a bad reaction to the pain meds. So I was in, I think that's the ICU for a few days until they could take me out, because I'm not really equipped to deal with strong pain medications. Then I got taken out, and then upstairs, and then I was in the hospital for 17 days. I guess chemo really did work on my veins. I have reason why I stayed so long is because I keep draining. I have all these drain tubes attached to me. I think one might come out today, and hopefully, like, these won't come out today because they're still producing a lot. They only did one side of the lumbar, my back side. So they had to do this after. So it was after this one. So it first came out. It was like they put it in, went upstairs, and it was full. And it was full 4 times. Boom, boom, boom. Now it's about 100, 150 a day. I'll say 100. And this is about 100. This is about 100. And this one's, I don't know, less than 100. So I'm feeling good. My hair started growing back in the hospital. Eating the hospital food showed me that how bad I was eating. And then they had trouble with getting my veins for getting an IV because I was on antibiotics. And they had to keep it going to keep my veins open. So, but all the cancer should be cut off now. But I'm going to have to go back probably after I have radiation to do this side. So they have to find where to get it from because I had abdominal surgery, so they can't take it from there, and I had inner thigh surgery, so they can't take it from there. So I don't know where they're going to take it. The plasters, I don't know where they're going to take it. I still feel a little like cold and shaky, but you know, I'm trying not to make my eyes look buggy. I'm not on pain meds during the day. The pain's not too bad. It being put under for so long kind of affected my lungs, but it's gotten back to normal. Oh, my eyelashes grew back while I was in the hospital too. That's nice. So I'm doing well. So I survived. And then, yeah, I feel pretty good. I only take pain meds now at bedtime because everything is still and quiet. So then you notice the pain more. I'm almost done my antibiotics. I'll be glad when they're done because they're a pain. Today I'm going to the wound clinic and they do my bandages, which is really nice because what these bandages must cost is just frightening. So, and then this one, I was so excited to leave the hospital and be taken off the IV. I reached down and got out of bed, but this was under my hand. This one was under my hand and it ripped partially out. The most pain I felt since surgery. Hooey! Like I had no idea that would hurt that much. And then it was still working. But a couple days later, I went to the wound clinic and it just fell on the floor like a limp noodle. So I just wanted to show, well, the little bit of hair. Look at that. Beautiful. You know what's funny? It's not growing in funny. I was anticipating it would be like what color, what texture. It's pretty much the same as it left. Is coming in the same as it left. Except my eyebrows are really taken off. I don't know what to do with those buggers. Because it's like, I guess when your hair starts growing back, you get like all this hair in your face. I had hair on my nose. And then I had a mustache. And I was like, oh, I've been walking around like that? So, I'll do a weight in and a measurement in a bit because I'm still quite swollen. Well, thanks for making it this far. If you're here to see what that kind of flap looks like, I hope I helped a bit. I don't know really what to say. It's not so painful. It's manageable. The only complications I had were me related, meaning I'm too liquidy and, eat lots of protein. That's what I learned. Eat lots of protein. Because I don't normally eat meat. Well, I do occasionally because I haven't been, I need to be more steadfast in my commitment. Yeah. But they were feeding me meat twice a day. I never had so much meat in my whole life. I'd have like a mashed potato, a boiled vegetable and some sort of meat. But it really helped. So I could do the equivalent with just vegan protein. Vegan, like, it's in everything. Everything's made of protein, so you don't have to eat meat. But I just didn't want to make it too complicated for them because I absolutely cannot have dairy. And if I was on dairy, it would have been devastating because I was already having a hard time breathing. But I am well. I'm starting to get up and walk. So now I have to find out when radiation is, and then after radiation, surgery again. Not overly enthusiastic about that, but it's a blessing to be able to have that surgery and to be Canadian and to have health care. If I was in any country that wasn't covered, or a third world country, it could be that I would have to die. So I feel very blessed. Okay, have a good day. Bye.